What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. We got some crazy news here for you guys about this quote secret audio that was recorded by former President Donald Trump. I'll give you some details here on this. A former lawyer for President Donald Trump is saying here, yeah, you can see here, a former Trump lawyer reported audio eviscerates his defense in classified documents investigation here. Former Trump administration White House lawyer Ty Cobb, what a name. It's literally, the same name as the Baseball Hall of Fame legend, said late Wednesday that an audio recording that reportedly reveals former President Trump discussing a classified document he took from the White House eviscerates Trump's defense in the Department of Justice classified documents. Cobb said in an interview that the recording undermines Trump's previous arguments that he could declassify documents just by taking them out of the White House, or that he could declassify them by simply taking or by thinking them. And some people are saying that this is potentially a confession by Trump. You guys can let me know your thoughts here. We'll probably be getting a lot more information of this going forward here as we learn more details. Take a listen to this as we're getting information here as it comes out. You can let me know your thoughts here.
Breaking news. Trump reportedly caught on tape. Damaging new evidence in the Trump classified documents criminal investigation. CNN is reporting prosecutors have obtained an audio recording of a summer 2021 meeting in which former President Donald Trump acknowledges that he held on to a classified Pentagon document about a potential attack on Iran. The recording indicating Trump understood that he had retained classified materials after leaving the White House. The report adds, on the recording, Trump's comments suggest he would like to share the information, but he's aware of limitations on his ability post-presidency to declassify records. This directly undercuts one of Trump's defenses that he could and that he did declassify everything. CNN has not listened to the recording, but multiple sources have described it, and NBC News has not confirmed this reporting. Now, consider this breaking news with the same lens of new reporting from the Washington Post that prosecutors are closing in on Trump, eyeing Mar-a-Lago surveillance video and possible gaps. The Post reporting Mar-a-Lago prosecutors are looking at a July 2022 episode with Trump surveillance cameras. An employee who helped move boxes of documents last June was then reportedly questioned about his conduct weeks later related to a government demand for surveillance footage from Trump's property. And detailing the employee's actions have caught the attention of investigators as they try to determine whether Trump or people close to him sought to obstruct justice. Joining me now is Maya Wiley, CEO of the Leadership Conference on Civil and Human Rights and former SDNY civil prosecutor, and Paul Butler, former federal prosecutor and professor of law at Georgetown University. Folks, this is some big news. And of course, the caveat is NBC News has not confirmed the reporting yet, but assuming arguendo, what we've read so far is true. Maya, I'm going to start with you. Your thoughts on this explosive new CNN report?
Well, you said the word, Katie, explosive. I mean, all of this investigation on the part of Jack Smith is about determining Trump's state of mind if Donald Trump is to be charged with any crime here. Now, we already know the evidence has been very strong, and, many legal experts of all stripes and even all political persuasions, including Donald Trump's own former attorney, believe he's in deep peril on an obstruction charge related to these presidential documents that he does not own, that the American people own. But anything that gives evidence and indication that he completely understood that he was not to have or share these documents is just the last nail in a coffin that already has a whole lot of nails in it.
Maya Wiley, I was the paragon of grace. Deep peril is a very polite way of saying something even deeper. Paul, sources are describing the recording as an important piece of evidence in a possible case against Trump, who has repeatedly asserted he could retain presidential records and, quote, automatically declassify documents. Paul, you and I, Maya, all of us, we've talked a lot about the obstruction component of this investigation. But do we now have some of the strongest evidence in support of an Espionage Act violation here?
Absolutely, Katie. This is devastating for Donald Trump for two reasons. First, as Maya said, it's a confession on audio tape that Trump knew that he possessed classified documents. So Trump's defense that he had declassified everything is just a lie. Trump was fully aware that he was illegally hoarding top secret government documents. And second, to your point, Katie, if this reporting is true, this is about national security. It's way more than a documents case, as Mar-a-Lago has sometimes been dismissed. So the most important question is one we don't know the answer to, but Jack Smith might. How was Trump intending to use this material? Maybe he was just holding on to it to impress his friends and kind of a criminal version of show and tell. But prosecutors, they always follow the money, and they almost certainly suspect that Trump had some kind of caper in mind, that he either did or planned to use his illegal access to the nation's most sensitive secrets to enrich himself or to forward his political ambitions.
Now, apparently, this recording and also the document, at least this one classified document that we're talking about and that Trump is talking about, is about an attack on Iran. And Trump also reportedly says that he should have declassified it when he was actually president in the recording, reportedly. So we'll have to see as more information comes out what becomes public, if more information becomes public. But if he actually says this stuff in the recording, it does really kind of debunk his own defense that he declassified these documents just by simply thinking about them, or just by simply, just magically doing it. I think that most people don't really think that that is really a thing, that, the president could just declassify documents by simply thinking about it. There's a process to do this, and that's why, if Trump said that on the audio, it would make sense, because there's a process to declassify documents, and that's how it's done. If anybody's ever actually looked into it, there is a process to declassify documents. The bigger question here is that, will there be charges brought upon this, especially because, there has been classified documents found with both former Vice President Mike Pence and Biden. Different situations here, because both former Vice President Mike Pence and President Biden both kind of more willingly said, hey, we think we have documents, come on in here and look for them, come find them. Where Trump versus, Mike Pence and Biden, both kind of, they gave them willingly. Trump just kind of tried to hold on to them for as long as possible. And remember, Pence and Biden are both a Republican and a Democrat here. So there's kind of, one from each side there. Trump just tried to hold on to them for forever. For what reason, we're not really quite sure, unless there's some audio tape of him saying that as well, which I don't think there is at this point. You guys can let me know your thoughts on why. There is some speculation that maybe he wanted to use them for book memoirs or something like that, or who knows. But that's the biggest issue here, is that they tried to get back these classified documents repeatedly, and he said, no, I want to negotiate over them. And he just wouldn't give them back. And they tried repeatedly over and over and over to give them back, and eventually they sent him a subpoena, and he just ignored it. And eventually they had to do the quote raid on his home and go get him back. And then even after that, there was even more documents still kind of there or in some other locations. You know, even Trump apparently hired a team of his own that actually found some more. So Trump, after the raid happened, he actually hired I think it was a 2-person team of his own accord, just to make sure that there wouldn't be any more headaches or problems on it for his own sake. He hired a private investigator team, we'll call it. And they kind of went through some more of his properties and actually found some more documents after the Mar-a-Lago raid incident happened. They actually found some more stuff and then willingly handed them over. So this just kind of gives you an idea here. Now, the National Archives actually went back and said that, and I'll show you here. Yeah, you can see this headline here. The National Archives says that every administration since the 80s has mishandled classified documents. The archives officials told Congress that lawmakers have also had problems setting aside classified information. So also members of Congress, House representatives, and senators. So it's not just presidents or vice presidents, because congressmen, and remember we had that Navy airman or the U.S. airman who had access to classified information, because remember there's millions of documents that are classified. So congressmen have had problems setting aside classified information as well. The difference here is that, was there obstruction of justice or even espionage? Are there going to be charges filed? And so this is where, like, you can ask Republicans, far right Republicans, middle people, or Democrats or far left Democrats, and get different opinions maybe. You guys can let me know your thoughts here in the comments. So I'll keep you up to date here. Let me know your thoughts here in the comments. New videos come out here every day. Make sure to subscribe down below. Click the bell icon so you don't miss out on any new videos. And we will see. Yeah, here's some videos you should watch next. The Senate wants to do billions of dollars more in cuts to Medicare, SNAP, and even more. You can click here to see in this video, or you can click here to see my newest video next. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.